Okay, let's get right into it. Have you ever spent, I don't know, hours studying something only to feel like it just went in one ear and out the other? It is so frustrating. Well, today we're going to unpack a science-backed method that's designed to fix that exact problem, helping you make sure new information actually sticks.
First things first, we really need to get to the heart of the problem here. It's a struggle that pretty much every single one of us has faced when trying to learn something new. I mean, seriously, right? You get to the bottom of the page, your eyes definitely saw all the words, but your brain just retained, well, nothing. You have no clue what you just read. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, trust me, you are in good company. And this right here really shows the problem perfectly. On the left, you've got what most of us do, right? Highlighting everything in sight or just kind of passively scrolling through an article hoping for the best. These are totally broken methods. What we really want, what we're aiming for, is on the right, a genuinely bulletproof memory. Now, this is super important. It's not you, it's the method you're using. The source material for this explainer has this perfect analogy. It says your brain is buffering. You know, just like when you're trying to stream a video and you get that annoying spinning wheel. The information isn't actually loading into your long-term memory. It's just stuck. So if the old ways are broken, what's the fix? Well, this is where it gets really cool. Let's talk about the solution, a concept called the neural glue formula. To put it simply, neural glue is the secret sauce for making things stick. So instead of trying to cram a single boring fact into your brain, this whole technique is about building multiple layers of information around it. You're basically making it impossible to forget. And this glue has three core ingredients. First, you need a sensory layer. You know, what does this idea look like, sound like, even taste like? Then you need an emotional layer. How does it make you feel? Is it funny or weird or inspiring? And finally, a spatial layer. Where is this thing happening? When you combine all three, that's when the magic happens.
All right, so we know what neural glue is, but how do we actually make it? This brings us to a super simple, practical tactic that you can literally start using today. It's called the 5-second image rule. And get this, this is a tactic that mentalists apparently use to memorize really complex stuff on the fly. The whole goal is to take an abstract idea and turn it into one single unforgettable picture in your head. And it's so straightforward. Step 1, just pick the one single concept you want to remember. Step 2, create a wild, memorable snapshot scene for it in your mind. And step 3, you guessed it, you intentionally add those 3 layers we talked about, the sensory, the emotional, and the spatial. Let's use this fantastic example from the source material to really make it click. Let's say you want to remember what photosynthesis is. So, instead of memorizing a dry definition, you use the rule and you picture this. A leaf with a tiny little straw, drinking sunlight like it's a cup of boba tea. You see how that works? In that one weird little image, you've got all 3 layers of neural glue. You've got the sensory stuff, the sight of the sun, maybe the imagined taste of the boba. You have emotion. It's kind of funny and surprising, right? And you have the spatial part. The leaf is down here, the sun is up there. That memory is now officially glued into your brain. So what's the big takeaway here? When you stop that brain buffering and you start using neural glue, you completely change how you learn. You can actually make your memories bulletproof. And the potential here is just massive. We're not just talking about getting a little bit better at remembering things. The promise is a potential 10-fold increase in how fast you learn. I mean, think about that. That's a real game changer. Okay, so here's your new toolkit. First, stop the passive highlighting and scrolling that just leads to brain buffering. Second, start creating neural glue by mixing together those sensory, emotional, and spatial layers. And third, use that 5-second image rule as your secret weapon to make any idea unforgettable. So I'll just leave you with this question. That tricky concept from work, that complex idea from a book you're reading, what's the first abstract idea you're going to make completely unforgettable?